Remember in last week's gospel, Jesus had sent the apostles out 2 by 2 and given them authority over unclean spirits and the power to heal and preach in his name. And we pick up today with the return of the apostles, and they're telling Jesus about all the awesome things that they did in his name, the healings and the exorcisms and all these things. And what does Jesus do? What's his response? He's thrilled for them, really, underneath and through it all. But he tells them to come apart by themselves and rest for a while, right? There's something he's setting up for us, that he doesn't want them to fall into the pattern of believing that they can just go out and do it on their own. They have to be connected to God. They have to spend that time drawing strength and going off alone with the Lord and spending time with him, so they know that they can't do it all on their own. So that's where we start today, but from there, so much of the rest of our scriptures are all about the Good Shepherd again. In a roundabout way. We may not hear those words particularly, but it harkens back to the same idea we heard a few weeks ago. Especially looking back at the Old Testament, the prophet Jeremiah was preaching against the wayward leaders of Israel and telling the people and them that God was going to take care of his own flock, right? He was going to appoint a divine shepherd over his sheep. And so as we fast forward again to the Gospels, and we hear that Jesus, felt for the people because they were like sheep without a shepherd, and he begins to teach them. He's stepping into that role of divinely appointed shepherd and divine shepherd, right? So he is the good shepherd, and that's so much more than just a nice image for how Jesus treated people. It really was the fulfillment of the messianic prophecy that Jeremiah had foretold, that God himself would shepherd his sheep. So as we hear the words that Jesus taught them many things, again, it's not just, random catechesis, some fun facts about who he is and what he's come to do, but that teaching is like a true shepherd, right? So there's going to be times where, the sheep are wandering away, and he has to use the shepherd's hook to pull them back in, and poke them with the other end of the staff to get them moving. And he's teaching his people what it really means to be a part of his flock. But he is stepping into that role of good shepherd, divinely appointed shepherd, divine shepherd himself. And we gather near to him as well, and sit at his feet and learn from him, yes, the stuff of the faith, but also, Jesus pokes us to get us moving in the right direction. He pulls us back when we're in danger, and certainly comes in rescue of us when we're in danger of being lost forever. So we look to the Lord this day and really seek the same rest that he gave to the apostles during this time, but also that rest that he offers to all of his flock, to be restored, to be reborn, to be recharged, if you will, to go out on the missions that he has called us to.